I is pretty extensive, but I want to keep it to what's relevant to the events of World War II. To set the stage, in 1925, the Geneva Convention banned the use of biological and chemical weapons. This was done because during World War I, one of the most brutal parts of trench warfare was the use of chemical weapons. And while this treaty deterred several nations from using it altogether, not every nation was in agreement with the Geneva Convention, one of these being Imperial Japan. Now, as you're going to see in a moment, Imperial Japan was not one to shy away from brutality. And as it related to chemical and biological weapons, them being banned didn't mean they weren't going to use them, it just meant they were going to be very careful about how they used them. And during the 1930s, Japanese researchers began to dig into the possibilities of biological warfare. To make sure we're all on the same page, by biological warfare in this context, I'm referring to things like weaponizing diseases, or using infections as a battle implement. The issue with this was, or at least the issue from the Japanese government's perspective, is it's hard to test the feasibility or practicality of biological weapons if you don't have a population or group of people to test said weapons on. Also during the 1930s, Japan began to attack the mainland of China. At this time in history, China was really struggling to reach the modern age, at least technologically, and a lot of their defensive forces were made up of small communities and bands of soldiers, whereas in opposition